So something that you said earlier that I wanted to go back on. You were talking about the minds of these 12-year-olds and how they're not developed yet, and they got all this criminal activity, but they're not ready to be sentenced yet. What do you think about the 12-year-olds and the kids that are even younger that they're allowing to transition with the transgender community?
Shout out to Florida governor. He's the only politician. Him and Donald Trump, two of the only politicians that's saying they will enact an executive order to make it illegal for children to transition under this age. Wow. You don't know who you want to be at 12. Yeah. Yeah, you don't know because.
Yeah, you still want to be Ninja Turtles.
So normally, most gay kids, somebody living through them. Somebody living through these gay kids. They ain't gay. They don't know what they like because you can't form a lifelong decision at 12 because you lack the prefrontal cortex of your brain, right? So that prefrontal cortex in the front of your brain is empty and blank. So when you ask them, hey, you like boys? You don't know. Right. As it starts to grow, you can start to logically. Once it connects, you can definitely say, yeah, I like this, but not as a kid.
Not as a kid.
Nah, you can't make a lifelong decision, homie. That's why many people advocate for children when they do horrible and horrific things. Saying, Your Honor, I know they did this at 12, 13, but if you place them in the right environment, you put them in the right situation, they won't be like this at 30. There's evidence of it. There's a guy named Charleston White. There's a guy named Eric Alexander. There's a guy, there's evidence of this. There's evidence of guys changing. Mob Jane, many was murderers, mother was over there in death row. Now they loving grandparents. So they can change, homie. The right environment, the right situation with the right resources.
Information.
So information. So you don't let no kid make now motherfucking decision with their genitals. Mm. They can't give consent to have sex, so how can they give consent to cut it off? Mm. It don't make sense. So that's somebody want to live through children. Like the daddy who couldn't make it to the league, forcing his son to play football all his life, and he grew up to play the violin. Daddy hurt like a motherfucker.